Sometimes you're on the prairie and you're like, where's my chicken sandwich? It's right here at Clux. Come on down to El Chingón. So Cluckinator. Hi, I'm Tim Deering, and I am the owner and operator of Clux, along with Steve Halftel. And we are doing a fried chicken patty concept, when we also do a shrimp one. And so this is kind of a play on like a high school chicken patty, and something that I really enjoyed is like the corner store chicken patties. I was living in New York City, and I figured like, how can I use the techniques that I use in my other concept, Ule, to be done here? So we do a milk bread that's made from local Casa Valley mill wheat, along with local honest chicken made into the chicken patties and shrimp. So a mousseline is emulsification of fat and protein and liquid. Just so it's really nice. It's like if people have had a chicken nugget before, then they've had a mousseline before. Do you want the shrimp and the mother clucker? Yeah. How about we just make both of those right now? Yeah. So these are the house-made milk buns with local Casa Valley mill hard wheat in them. That's the chicken patty. Dunking the chicken. I'll get the chicken sandwich done first.
How long does that get fried for?
About a minute and a half. We cook the log ahead of time, so it's cooked about mid-well, and then it just finishes that last bit of cooking, but doesn't overcook it. So we got some delicious Kewpie, not local, but delicious.
Just fucking raw dog that thing?
Raw dog, dude. Oh, I forgot something, man. This is the Dirty Bird Seed XO. Look at that. Sunflower, poppy, sesame. Growing up, I really liked the high school chicken patties. And when I lived in New York, I used to go to the corner store and get myself a 40 and a $1 fried chicken patty sandwich. And I started just fell in love with them. I was like, how can I do this thing that I really like, but do it in a really intentful kind of way with technique.
What are these chips you got going on over here?
So these chips are the faux Q chips. They're, as we say, they're everything barbecue wishes they were. So they're just, we have buttermilk powder in there, some Spanish smoked, really high quality Spanish smoked paprika, white pepper. We just turned this into a nice, really more interesting style of barbecue, especially with the buttermilk in there, so it has this nice lactic quality to it. I made this recipe years ago at a restaurant called Menton that I worked at, which actually the restaurant Sportello, I was the R&D chef there. And this is just a chip that we serve with caviar for the Sportello, which is their cocktail bar. Sportello was in the basement of the building of Menton, and my cooks would come upstairs to Menton, which is our tasting menu restaurant, and they would have little chips. I'd be like, dude, stop eating the chips. They're so good. So when I did this concept, I was like, I really want to do these because everyone raved about them then, and people still rave about them.
Yeah, I love that.
So there's a little bit of citric acid powder in there too, and this is to cleanse the palate a little bit, so it's not so hard on your palate. I think a lot of the times, for me especially, acids are very important in cooking, and I think a lot of people will miss them. So a lot of times, for Ule, we make all our own vinegars from scratch. We're making local sassafras vinegar right now, which we have the Foul Play Fizz, which is a sassafras soda. And I think vinegars and acids are very, very important to make food a little more unctuous and desirable on the flavor, so it just doesn't sit there on your palate the whole time. I think it's really important to use acidity in food, even in the smallest amounts, so you don't even know it's in there, but it's in there.
Yeah, it's more of a feel thing than anything, you know?
Yeah. I have my own ideas in my own brain that is crazy 99% of the time. So I have so many ideas all the time. It's I have to take the chance and say fuck it. One of the things I used to tell all my old cooks, they'd be like, chef, why is this? How'd you come up with this? And I was like, you want to know my one thing I've learned in life and in cooking? Don't give a fuck. If you think it, do it. Don't give two shits just because you thought it, and don't overthink it. Be intentful about what you're thinking, but in the end, just do it, man. Don't be afraid. If someone tells you that doesn't sound good, do it. Like I've made so many dishes that people are like, oh, that doesn't sound really. I'm like doing them, and they're like, well, that's amazing. That's why if you have the ability to think it, like you can most likely do it. I mean, look at chefs like Ferran Adria and Albert Adria. Like they just did it.
Yeah.
Like they understood the basis and the science behind it, which like I think is really important for people to understand and know is the science behind things. Because if you just do something and you understand why something's happening, a lot of the times you won't get the end product. And if you understand the basis of like why things are physically happening on like a chemical structure to things, then you'll know in the end how things are going to come out. Like that's why these days I've failed so many times. I've read so many books. I've cooked so much that like over the years, like I've just learned what works and how they work and how techniques affect flavor. I've learned a lot of things by making a lot of bad dishes. These days I don't make a lot of bad dishes, but like, you know, I think that's from failing so many times and like having chefs who worked above me and who I worked for being like, this is bad. This is like, and I'm like, oh, and I know why it's bad. So now I can use that, I know why it's bad, and don't do that again. You can only do so much. So it's like, someone else is gonna find out the same thing. Like I've had a lot of dishes where like, I'm like, oh man, like this is genius. No one's ever thought of this. And then like my friend Ryan would like, give me the phone a week later. He'd be like, check this out. What up, dude?
How's it going?
He'd be like, check this out. I'd be like, that motherfucker. Like another famous chef just did this dish that's almost similar to mine. And I'm like, no one is that fucking unique, ever.